Danny, you also see my cousin Johnny. You know he's no longer with us. What happened to Johnny? That's one of my partners. I was so happy to see him that day. He ain't seen me in so long that he didn't even recognize me. And I was in a car with Vicky, his mom, and I forget who the other chick I was in the car with, but we ran into Johnny and down on Kelly Street. And when we pulled up on him, Vicky, his mom told him, Johnny, Lil Danny's in the car. That's a nickname that a lot of people know me by too, Lil Danny, right? Because I was running around since I was a kid. And Johnny opened the back door. He said, he stuck his head in the car and said, Lil Danny, Pee-wee's road dog, Lil Danny. I said, yeah, it's me. He said, man, get out the car and give me a hug. I hopped out the car and gave Johnny a hug, my boy Sneaky. And it was good to see him, you feel me? And that was just last year. Hold up. When the hell did I come? I came up here in April of last year. But I just seen Johnny last year. What happened to him? Lisa, how did he pass away? Wait, Lisa said he was killed last year in the V. Oh my God. He was shot by the little store across from the library. Which one? The Eddie's Market? Damn, that's crazy. Oh. That's crazy. Rest in peace, Johnny. How's Tanya doing? Is Tanya good? Lisa said, we don't know who did it. It happened right after you saw him. Are you serious? Johnny be all over the V too. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about Johnny. He be mobbing. He be all over the V. So basically he was just out there and open, like, if you want me, come get me type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the day you said Tanya passed away 5 years ago? You said Tanya passed away 5 years ago? What year is it right now? So 2018? How the hell did Tanya pass away? Damn. So Tanya and Johnny both passed away. Well, man, send mine to Aunt Vicky for me. Next time you talk to her, tell her I send my love. You know what I'm saying? My homegirl Tanya from Chapa's neighborhood. They called her Pequeña, which means tiny in Spanish, and my nickname was Tiny. So we had that in common. Like, she was good homegirl too. She was my homeboy. Basically, Johnny and Tanya are my homegirl Chapa and Alive, my homegirl Lisa's cousins. You feel me? And we all used to hang out. You feel me? Especially me, Chapa, and Tanya. Me and Johnny hung out a lot too, but he was always locked up. And Tanya and Johnny were both from my homegirl's neighborhood. And I just barely found out right now that they both passed away. Feel me? I didn't know that. Chapa said she passed away right outside the apartments next to where you used to live in the V. She collapsed. You know what? That breaks my heart to hear that, right? But in another sense, it gives my heart a lot of peace because I know she's in a better place now. Because I know Tanya lived a crazy ass life too. You feel me? I know her story just like you know her story. She's been through a lot. You feel me? You remember when she got shot? You remember when she got shot up? She was hanging, my homegirl Tanya from my SA homegirl's neighborhood. She was kicking it with one of my homeboys from my hood. And some enemigos rolled up on my homeboy. And I'm not sure. I think Tanya's mom was there and Vicky was there too. But I'm not sure. But Tanya was hanging with one of my older homeboys. And my enemigos basically was waiting for him at his, somewhere in the neighborhood, at his house or at some spot or something like that. And they just got out and started letting them have it, right? And my homeboy got hit like, I think he got hit 11 or 13 times. Somewhere around there. I think 11 for sure. And I don't know how many times Tanya got hit, but they both ended up surviving. You feel me? Thank God. But she could have so easily went then. I don't even remember what year that was. But she ended up going later, you know? And my homeboy, he got hit 11 times. 11 for sure. Either 11 or 13, but I think it was 11. And he made it. He pulled through. Life is crazy. Feel me? But that's how close our neighborhoods are. Like, my homegirl, she's from an SA gang. I'm from an Asian Crip gang, where I was. And she got a kid with my road dog, one of my closest homies. Where's his name at? I got his name tatted on my finger, Pee-wee. And that's how close our neighborhoods are. You feel me? And so that day, when Tanya and my homie got shot up, they were hanging out. You feel me? Lisa says Biz is no longer with us either. What the hell is going on? So I didn't know that either. So my homeboy Biz was the one that got shot up with my SA homegirl Tanya that also passed away. And now my homegirl Chapa, who's in my life, just told me that my homeboy Biz is gone too. And I didn't know that either. What the hell happened to Biz? My homeboy Biz used to take care of me when I was a kid. When I was young, I was on a run. I ran away from home. And when I was about 10, 11-ish years old, there was a time when I stayed with him for a couple months. You feel me? And now he's gone. It's another close homeboy of mine that's gone. And I didn't even know. Rahab is gone too? Damn, Lisa, how many people is gone? Okay, so what happened to Rahab? So my homie Rahab, from Linda Vista Crib, from IFG, right? When I was staying with Lisa back in the days in '96, he got shot up and lived. He was in a car with another homie from Linda Vista Crib. The other homie passed away, and Rahab got shot up, but he ended up living though. And now Lisa just told me right now that he's gone. Oh, he caught COVID in the feds? That's what happened to Ray? Thank you, Donnie, for the rose. I appreciate you, fam. That's a messed up way to die. In prison, locked up, to COVID. And Mackie passed away too? That's one of my partners. You feel me? If you're talking about Filipino Mackie, what happened to Mackie? OG Mackie OD? Ah! Okay. Is there anybody else, Lisa? Anthony passed? Which Anthony? Lisa and Anthony? Which Anthony? I heard Nufu's son, Lil Nufu passed away too. Big OG. Yeah, I heard about Will. Your dad passed in October. So Chopper's dad, right? He was hella cool. My homegirl that's in my life right now, back in the days, back in 1996 when I was like 12 years old, I was on a run. And basically ended up meeting my homegirl. And me and my homies basically ended up moving in and living with her family, right? And we were all on the run. But my homegirl, her mom and dad were gangsters too. They didn't care about nothing, right? So we used to be up in there chilling. And her dad was hella cool. Like, he was hella humble, hella chill. Just a kickback ass dude, right? And I was a little ass kid. I was like 12 years old. But that fool, he ain't never judged me. He ain't never been like, Daddy, take your ass home. Or, you know what I mean? You little ass gotta go home. You out here tripping, right? Nah, he was always like there if I needed help, if I needed any advice or whatever, right? And I remember one time, he used to clean my pew-pews, right? And so I used to give me and the homies, we used to give him our pew-pews, and he would clean them for us, get them all right and tight so that when we go do our thug thizzle, we ready to go, right? And I remember one time I gave him one of my pew-pews, and he basically breaks it down. He opens it up, cleans it, greases it all up, puts it all back together. But this one time when he did it, he messed it up to where my pew-pew wasn't working, but he didn't know it wasn't working, right? Because he did something wrong. Thank you, Jennifer, for the roses. And I was out and about. I was doing my thing. And I ran up on somebody. I don't know why I'm laughing, but this is my old life, so don't judge me. This is when I was really in the fields, right? Thank you, Jennifer, for the roses. So when you're in that life, when you catch, thank you for the heart in my head, your enemy goes slipping, it's kind of like hitting the jackpot. Because a lot of times it's hard to catch them because you're in the middle of a war, so they're ducking and dodging and they're trying to lay low, and you know what I mean? They make it kind of hard for you to catch them. But every now and then when you happen to catch them, it's like hitting the jackpot, like, there they go, let's go get them, right? And I remember this one time in particular, I caught him slipping. So I was like, I'm on him. I hit the jackpot. So I ran up on somebody, right? I drew down, did my thing, but because my homegirl's dad had cleaned my pew-pew and he didn't put it back together properly, my pew-pew wasn't working, right? So I ran up on somebody, you know what I mean? And put it to his, you feel me? And the shit didn't work. So I ended up going back to her dad. I was like, bro, what the fuck? And he's like, what's going on? And I told him, like, man, my shit ain't working, bro. You broke it down. You put it back together. It ain't working. You feel me? And he ended up fixing it. But I honestly kind of like look back on that now because I got spiritual lens now. I believe either God was saving that person or he was saving me. It could have been either or. You know what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, it wasn't meant for that person to go that day, or it wasn't meant for me to catch a case that day, or whatever it was. But I'll never forget that. Like, her dad, after that, every time he cleaned my pew-pews, I would go hop in the car with the homie and we would go test them out, make sure they worked. You feel me? Because next time, it ain't gonna be no jamming on us. You feel me?